Hey everybody, how's it going? I am super glad everyone came out today. We are ready and just stoked to get into a season here, our third season as GM of the Toronto Maple Leafs. We're just gonna jump into it and hope for a great season. This is Connor Bedard's team. He is wearing the C. He is ready to lead this squad, and we have built a great club around Connor Bedard, so we're really hoping that he can flourish. And then we picked up Oscar Johansson in the draft this year, and we're really hoping he can really provide and prove to be a good core piece of this team and step up for next year so he can be Connor Bedard's first line mate. But anyways, guys, let's not hold back. We're super excited to get into this year. Let's get into it and see how we do month to month and who leads this team in points. So, as always, we're going to go on a month basis and not let anything get carried away. And we're going to see just exactly how good we do. We're starting off 2-0. A big win against Buffalo, a big win against Nashville, a big win against Vancouver. We beat Pittsburgh. We lose to Columbus 7-6. Shootout loss. That's tough. We want nothing to do with Lucic. A huge win against Dallas and a huge win against St. Louis. 7-0-1 to start the month of October. Fantastic start. And let's just see if this group can keep this up. This is a big pace, and I don't know if we think that's something they can do. Connor Brown wants to talk to us about something. Right now, I don't feel like 15 minutes is enough ice time for him to give my abilities. I'm uncomfortable with this conversation with Connor Brown because I feel like he thinks he's better than he is. Yes, we love what he did last year, and I would love for him to keep performing, but I don't think this is how we go about it, Connor. I think you need to understand you're 30, and your role now is to be a good supporting piece for the group we're going to put around you. I really like your current... It's about the team, Connor. It's about the team. And I'm glad you agree that we're on the same page. I really do. His morale doesn't go anywhere because he didn't get what he wants, but it didn't go down. We beat San Jose. We lose in a shootout to Boston. We beat Detroit. We beat Seattle. Back-to-backs. And just going into the second game of a back-to-back, the coach wants to talk to us about our stud. And Oscar is done his 9-game trial. Sure, we want him to stay in the NHL. You better agree with me. Excellent. I'm glad he agrees because this would have been a problem between me and this coach. And we win. And we win the next game. This team is on fire. We beat the Rangers. We lose to the Jets, which is okay. Sandin has been injured, so we got to adjust for that. Zuccarello's back. Injuries are a factor, and we're still winning games. Ryan Murray's now been injured. Things might get a little hairy as we're losing big players, but Sandin comes back, and we lose to Seattle 8-6. That is a huge loss. We lose to Calgary. As you can tell, we're having significant injury problems here. But we beat the Devils, so that's good. That's good. Significant injury problems. We are 16-5-2. And let's see how Connor Bedard is doing. He is doing fantastic. He leads the team. He has developed his way up to an 87 overall. Lundstrom is right there. He's doing great as well. And for the rookie, 23 games, 13 points. We can't argue that. We can't argue that. What we do have to do is go look at our team and see how development's going. Bedard is up to an 87, which is huge. Zuccarello's dropped from an 86 to an 83. We got to keep an eye on that. If it gets out of hand, he might need to go. Lundstrom is moving along nicely. Connor Brown still an 85, still an 88. Dylan Guenther is moving his way up. There might be a time here. Nobody fits that chemistry to make this line better. This line is buzzing, and we want to keep Bedard happy. Big injuries right now. But Johansson has brought himself up to an 83. I can see us getting him on the first line when he gets healthy. We're going to move ahead, but when he gets healthy, we're going to stop, and we're going to see what we have to do to get him on our first line. Minnesota, we get a great win. Can we go into Philadelphia and get a win? No, we do not get a win in Philadelphia. Going to Boston, they beat us again. We've played Boston twice this year. We've lost them both. We've got Boston again. In Boston, can we do it? Yes, we can. So we do beat Boston. Connor Brown wants to talk again. Right now, I don't feel like I'm performing. We agree. Connor, we'll try to shake up your line mates, okay? Because we're going to do something to get Johansson moved around anyway. So we'll shake up Connor's line mates and see how he does. We win back-to-back games right there. Connor Bedard is still crushing it, guys. Crushing it. Yeah, Johansson's on the first line. He doesn't like Zuccarello. We want to find him a line mate that doesn't impede with Johansson. So let's see if we can find somebody that might shake things up a little bit, and we'll move on from Zuccarello. We checked the quick way, and nobody wants Zuccarello. Well, nobody wants a trade for Zuccarello, which is a little different. If we look right here, Anaheim wants him. Maybe we can get 2 smaller pieces from Anaheim here. Zuccarello for Max Jones and Tanner Jeannot. That would kind of move things around, make things different, and give Connor Brown a different line mate. And it gives us depth for the playoffs because we are battling injuries. They didn't want to do that. Good thing they want a 5th. So they will take that. We had to add a couple of draft picks. We went like a 5th and 2 6ths, I think it was. Where does that leave our lines? That leaves our lines with Dylan Guenther coming up the middle for now until we get a couple of players back from injury, including Lundstrom. Max Jones completely out of the roster. We don't know how I feel about that, but we'll just wait and see. We'll wait and see. That was a big aggressive move that I hope it doesn't go bad. But we know we're rocking everything with our first line anyways. And you failed to deliver. Well, we're going to try to persuade you, but, you know, we think you can boost up the line. Lundstrom is back, which is very good. And as we say that, Samsonov gets injured. Time to find out if we can get a goalie carry here. Dylan Guenther out of the lineup. We do not like that. That has got to be fixed. So move along from Tanner Jeannot, I think. Not a fan of Max Jones or Guenther being out of the lineup. What if we moved on from Palat and Malgin? I think what we got to do is move on from Palat and Malgin, but the easiest way to do it with Malgin, I think, is to just send him down and hopefully nobody picks him up, because then we can bring him back up. I know he's not going to be happy about that, and of course Connor Brown's not happy about it because nothing makes Connor Brown happy these days. And Palat's going to be a hard one to move. That's a big contract. We kind of messed up with that one. The only thing I can think of is trying to acquire a goalie from somebody that wants Palat, that has money. Chicago has money. Who's their goalie? Because I don't think James Reimer is going to cut it right now. Varlamov could be a half-decent backup. We have to take a skater in return. See if they're down with parting with Lucas Raquel. We'll just send him down. And if need be, we'll just send James Reimer down too, and hopefully nobody picks him up. But they do take that deal. Palat was a huge let go, but, you know, we had guys that weren't playing that we need playing. And that's our first focus. You don't like us bringing in Varlamov? James, you're not going to like our next move, man. Joseph Wool went down and he did not get claimed, which is nice. James Reimer's not too far off from going down. We might just keep him up. And then quick moves when injuries happen. But now that we've done that, Lucas Raquel cracks the lineup. It moves Lundstrom up. Guenther goes to the right side. Jeannot moves up. We have everybody in that we wanted in, and the team's looking a little better. It gets Guenther on that right side, even though he's a lefty. It gets him on that right side. Maybe we can develop him up here to take over for Tarasenko. A little unorthodox, but maybe. By the way, Connor Bedard's still doing fantastic. Not on pace for a 100-point season, but fantastic. Anaheim, Calgary, and LA are our next games. We lost to Anaheim. No. We win to Calgary, and we lose to LA. Going into Vegas now. We get the win, so we're still doing good. We're still winning tons of games. Oscar Johansson wants to talk. Right now, I don't feel like I'm performing to my best. There we go. I don't want to hear him say, I need new line mates. You're not getting better line mates than you've got right now. Unfortunately, it's just the way it is. Big losses. Big losses. And then we slow it down with a couple of wins there. Or just one win, I guess. I was kind of counting that win at the end. Florida, we get the win. New Jersey, we get the win. We can't do that because that would just shake our lineup too much, and it would honestly upset Connor Bedard bringing in Kopitar. 3 big losses to end the month. 30-19-2 is our record. I think that's fantastic. You know, we're probably right at the top, maybe second in our division behind Florida, but Florida has more games to play than us, and so does Boston, who is right behind us. Hopefully we can get around that little hurdle. And hopefully we're not playing Boston in the first round of the playoffs. But that's kind of what it's looking like we're going to match up with. Connor Bedard's rocking 51 games, 57 points. The kid's just doing unreal. Unreal. 91 overall. The development is beautiful. Tarasenko's performing well with him. D'Angelo's performing well on that line. Go figure, 34 assists out of his 35 points. And Lundstrom's doing great. The rookie, the rookie's just, you know, he's over half a point a game, which, you know, he's a young stud on the upcome. He will get better. Next year will be his breakout year, in my opinion. But yeah, Connor Bedard's a 91, developing lovely. We need Lundstrom to get into that 85, 86 territory so we can take over the second line as he's being paid to do. And then everyone else is just doing swell. Just doing swell. Kaminsky's still working on getting himself in there. He's got to get better. Sandin's hurt, though. That's why he's in. And Soderstrom's looking like he might be pretty good. Hopefully he can take this job here soon. But going all the way to trade deadline now, even though I don't think, with how our team is, I don't think we're going to touch anything. Just going to leave it as is because they're doing fantastic. That week off is going to help everyone come back from injury and get into a good stride. We beat Tampa Bay. We beat Boston, but Connor Bedard just got hurt in that game. Thank God it wasn't for long. As he comes back, keeps the mojo rolling. And we go on a 4-game win streak, but we lose 2 right after, and we stop the bleeding by winning against Anaheim. And we go into Dallas, we get a big win. Colorado beats us, unfortunately, and we go into the island. Tarasenko just got hurt, so that's tough. We are not trading Tony DeAngelo right now. Maybe in the offseason. We lose 2 big games that we needed to win, but then we win to Tampa Bay. Now we'll enter the trade deadline, even though I don't see us doing much of anything, if anything at all. Now, Robert Thomas is on the market. He can be a center, yes, but he can also be a right winger, which would be huge for us. And the question is, will they move on from Thomas for a first and a second? No. Maybe the first was too far away and they'll value 3 seconds more. No. Remember, you want to move on from Thomas. Third, no. We're going to try 4 seconds and a third. This is a big ask, but if they don't take this, we'll remove the second and add a first. They take it. Robert Thomas is now on the squad. I love it. We go in not wanting to do anything. That's enough for the deadline for us. We go in not wanting to do anything, and we end up making a huge splash. And one that I'm kind of hoping doesn't rattle or lines up too much. But with injuries, Kaminsky somehow made his way to defense. We're going to fix that, hopefully. It didn't tell me Robert Thomas was injured, but, you know, he is. He is. That would make sense why they were getting rid of him. So let's go check out the injury reports. That's kind of a hiccup there that wouldn't have been identified. April 8th. He doesn't come back until the playoffs. I feel like that's something that should have jumped out at us or been brought to our attention, but that is okay. We will get past it. April 8th is right here, so we'll go to April 8th, and then we will look at our lineups. Hopefully, we can keep everything together. We are taking significant injuries, but if we can get all the injuries out of the way in March, I'll be happy. Bring everyone back, get everyone healthy, get everyone rolling again, and just see. Robert Thomas would like to have a conversation. I don't think I'm performing to my best. Well, Robert, you're injured. You have a broken foot. So we're not really worried about how you think you're performing. Like, how's he supposed to perform better? He's got a broken foot. Like, just needs a little vote of confidence. That's all he needs. We beat Montreal. Excellent. Tarasenko's back. We get to play Montreal again. We lose to them, though. That's a tough loss. Beat Tampa Bay. We've been doing that all year. We beat the Rangers. We go into Pittsburgh after Matt. Oh, yes. Back-to-back wins after Samsonov gets hurt, but he's back in the lineup. Rasmus Sandin's back in the lineup. Welcome, welcome. And the boys are on a heater. The boys are on an absolute heater. 90 acceleration, 88 speed. Oh my God, look at that shot power. How is this kid only a 77 overall? Unless all this is wrong, but he looks fantastic. He doesn't fit in any of our schemes. That's unfortunate. You gotta go. We can't bring you in, bud. I'm sorry. You looked good, but you don't fit in with any of the schemes, or you don't fit in with the club at all. Robert Thomas is back from injury. We're gonna stop at the 8th. 50, 24, and 4. Does that? Oh, San Jose is 109. That puts us in the lead. Oh, yeah, baby. Not only does it put us in first in our division, it puts us first in our conference. And we're 5 points off of being first in the league. That's a tough ask with only 4 games left. 4 games left. Connor Bedard is 10 points away from a hundo. We have faith. We have faith that Bedard can knock in 5 and get to 95 points. But maybe next year will be his 100-point season. What I want to look at is how is Robert Thomas being utilized? He is not, as he is still injured. Or is this something else? Is he injured again? Oscar Johansson is up to an 86 overall. Gunther's found his way to the left side. That kid is just moving around. He's just a Rubik's Cube, or he's a puzzle piece. He's just that wild card that can just play anywhere, apparently. Jeannot is on the right side. We are in shambles right now. I don't know why these two wouldn't switch, but there is a reason. The defense is still looking good. They're healthy. Something that we haven't been able to say in a while. And our goaltending is weird. We want Samsonov in net. I don't care why you did that, coach. Robert Thomas needs to come back, and I need to see where he is at in the lineup. It's very important where they're going to be putting him. I would love to see him because he's young and good. I'd love to see him slot in at the right wing beside Johansson and Bedard. I know he can play center, but right wing would be very good. That's ideally where I want him to end up. But with that being said, we need to figure out what's wrong with him. Broken foot again. This man has broken his foot twice in 1 year. Holy, use the offseason to recover, baby. You're not coming back. Well, you're not coming back this year. You're on our team. Anyway, let's finish the regular season with a lot of wins. Three wins, but a lot of goals scored. Like a lot of goals scored. Did Connor Bedard just do it? 119 points for San Jose. We did not catch that. We only got 110, but we're first in our conference. Toronto is first in the conference. We are excited about that. We are stoked. We're like, there's no better way of saying anything about it. Connor Bedard hits 100 points. He just got 10 points in 4 games. This man is a beast. Wow. Connor Bedard is the future of the Toronto Maple Leafs. We already knew that, but we are just stoked to have him. Not only that, but Oscar Johansson steps it up. Big acquisition. We made a huge trade, throwing everything away for one player, and that's going to pan out to be one of the best decisions we have made as the GM of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Oh, next year, we are going to get you. McDavid gets points, but Connor Bedard got goals and plus 43. The kid is an animal. Can't wait for next year. This is going to be so good. Tarasenko is in there too. Love to see that. We'll finish the regular season. We passed all of our owner tasks. We love it. And we're playing Ottawa in the first round of the Stanley Cup Finals, which is good because, you know, we just beat Ottawa. We beat them in February. We beat them in December. So we are ready for Ottawa. We're ready for Ottawa. That is going to be a fantastic playoff series. So no surprise, boys. Toronto is back in the playoffs. We are the best team in the Eastern Conference. You're welcome. You're welcome. We have done a great job. And we've made some huge signings. We've made some huge trades. Our trade to throw everything at that first overall pick. We lost Colton Parayko. We lost some first round draft picks. It was a hot topic in the offseason, that trade. People weren't really on board with it, but it has panned out. As you see, Oscar Johansson has turned into the best acquisition this club has made, other than Connor Bedard, of course. 100-point season. Connor Bedard only behind 8 points behind the leader, Connor McDavid. Next year, we will get him. But this year, we're not focusing on his individual awards. We're focusing on the Stanley Cup. Now, also, there was bad this year. We made a huge trade to get Robert Thomas. The kid's broken his foot twice now. Hopefully, he can take this entire offseason to get healthy, and this doesn't happen to him again. But if he breaks one more foot, he is gone. And hopefully, somebody will take him. But we got to hope that he ends up going to that first line, slotting in, and we can get rid of Tarasenko. We can put Robert Thomas in there and we can start building down from these guys. But those 3 guys could be a very good group to have. I thank everyone for coming. Remember, if you have any questions, I do read the social media and we will answer them at the next press conference. Playoff hockey is right around the corner, guys. What a season. And we'll catch you then.